EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL, once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visitors' sideline, Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Here's Lee to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Second and 10.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
Here we go. From the shotgun, here's Lee. He's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
The Seahawks at 9-3 here on the year. Well, they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is,
and he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lee. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
19, on play action, it's Lee. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. A gain of 21 yards.
Throwing here, Lee.
First down, Seattle.
Going up top for Kupp. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lee. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Lee. Pass caught, Arroyo right side. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Lee looks to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Lee. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Remember, he took it in from a yard out the last time they had it, and we'll look to put together a similar drive here as they start 1st and 10. Lee throwing to start the drive. He'll let this go deep for Smith-Njigba. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Throwing to start the drive. Lee. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Lee. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
Off play action. Lee. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
And the Seahawks first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Lee. And this one's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This will be caught just inside the 10. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun, Lee. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Here we go, set. Check up.
Back to throw, Lee. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2.
They'll try and throw for it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
19.
Comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Here we go. 72. Ready?
Looking to throw. Lee. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 75. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this...
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 58 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch, and it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard,
the Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. To throw is Lee. Throwing to start the drive. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Seahawks are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. And out now come the Seahawks. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
On the jump. Down. Viking 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Lee. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set.
Lee out of the gun. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
partner in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks continue to pour it on here in the fourth. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
Ready, go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding Smith-Njigba downfield. Now he's loose again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because As you noted, this is a chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every...
Come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Now Lee, throwing to start the drive. And that one complete downfield to Cup. There he goes again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will head back home next.